Prime Minister Furenke BAINIMARAMA has strongly urged Fiji's head of missions to be committed in strengthening relations with all associates, keeping in mind Fiji's sovereignty and seeking to engage on equal terms. The head of government highlighted the importance in further establishing new relations with countries that choose to recognize and understand Fiji's way forward and are genuine in their engagement.
Modern-day diplomacy is not just about politics, but a greater emphasis is now placed on trade and economic progress. Therefore, I urge you all to be innovative and open-minded about your engagement with our foreign partners. Be forward-thinking and sensitive to the changing dynamics of foreign diplomacy.
With the challenges ahead, PM BAINIMARAMA says this will require innovative diplomatic efforts by Fiji's ambassadors overseas. As head of missions, they must not sit back and expect opportunities to present themselves, but create opportunities.
We must take the initiative and create an enabling environment for those interested in Fiji. This we entrust with you, our representatives to the world at large.
BAINIMARAMA says government's intent is a more focused approach on further strengthening diplomatic relations to ensure a better Fiji for all.
So courtesy calls have been quite frequent and many. We have not chosen who we visit. We have just tried to build connections, and at the same time we attend every function, whether it's on the invitation of the South African government or other missions, or with the business sector, just so that we can connect up. Knowing that South Africa is so far away from Fiji, we hope that in building our connections, we will be able to work towards more substantive benefits for Fiji.
Well, as you know, in Australia we have the biggest Fijian diaspora outside of all the countries overseas. We have about 60,000 who are in Australia, 20,000 of which are in New South Wales. So our focus in Australia, the platform that we have used to engage is the diaspora, the platform using our people to get to make headway with our people, to make connections with our people, and through providing the best consular services that we can possibly offer them. So we've managed to come a long way in making contact with our people, and they in turn have provided connections to elements in government, in Australian government, and invaluable as a trade context.
We've had a very intensive 3 days, very productive as well. We've covered the whole gamut of the areas of responsibilities of the diplomatic service, and I think we are far better acquainted with what our responsibilities are and our roles in our various host countries. So it's been a very fruitful 3 days, and something that has contributed enormously to an understanding within the ministry itself, right across the board, of what each one's role is.
Particularly now when we're led by a government that's encouraging us to think outside of the box. We have to come up with innovative ideas as to how we can improve on our performance and the output. For missions, we always look at the investment that Fiji government has placed in the missions and the return to those investments. But what we've seen over the years is the fact that there's a need for working together. We've got to be operating as one, the whole government operating as one. This is a continuing challenge even now, and I think we are in good stead right now with the new government, where we can, as we approach 2014 and beyond, and the global challenges that are there, the need to be competitive, the need to operate as one, the need to deliver, it calls for a working together cooperatively. So our coordination with the various ministries, the heads of departments, hopefully that can be streamlined so we deliver as one, Fiji to benefit, and no cultivating of turfs, the compartmentalization sometimes that happens in the civil service. That needs to go if we have to produce for the country.